So a huge brawl broke out last night at RAF 10 between Khamzat Chimaev and Dillon Danis. We had a ton of Khamzat's team members jumping in, going after Dillon Danis. And once again, Dillon Danis showing up at an event and brawls breaking out. Dillon Danis, this dude's just a magnet for brawls. Right? That is just the reality of Dillon Danis. He's the ultimate troll, the ultimate rage baiter. And I see a lot of people online coming after Khamzat Chimaev. This is Khamzat's fault. He's got to control himself. What was he thinking, man? And I feel like a lot of people did not actually watch the match. They're just going off of this clip that Championship Rounds has here. And I've seen a lot of these different clips floating around to where it just shows the very ending, and then we kind of hop into the brawl, but it doesn't really give you the full context. So we're going to take a look at this clip briefly, and then we're going to take a look at everything that kind of went down, because Khamzat Chimaev, I mean, he just dominated Dillon Danis. Got him down pretty easily, was able to pin him. And then Dillon Danis, instead of actually wrestling, which is what he was supposed to be doing, he's trying to submit Khamzat Chimaev. He's trying to jump guillotine. So this is a wrestling match. It's like these two going in there and being like, you know what, we're going to box. And then all of a sudden, dudes are throwing head kicks. That's essentially almost what this is. This is a wrestling match. This isn't, a flow grappling competition. This isn't a jiu-jitsu roll. This is straight wrestling. And Khamzat Chimaev is straight wrestling, gets Dillon Danis down with ease, and it just makes me feel like Dillon Danis, obviously, when RAF's like, man, I don't know, these brawls keep breaking out. I mean, this is the second brawl, basically, that they've had, right? The first one, I believe, was Arman Sarukian and Giorgio, and then they ran the rematch, and creates a ton of headlines, right? You get these viral clips going around. Dillon Danis is the ultimate troll. And by the way, Dillon Danis is literally a magnet for brawls. He is literally a magnet for getting jumped. And at the end of the day, I don't like the whole jumping, right? I understand having your guys back and everyone running in, but these shenanigans, man, it drives me a little bit nuts, right? Obviously, you're running in there. It's like, come on, man. Like, I think Khamzat can handle himself, right? Like, I don't think Dillon Danis is doing anything to Khamzat Chimaev. We got to talk about the ref as well, man. This ref just picking up Khamzat with ease. The ref, to me, the real MVP of all of this. But the reality is, Dillon Danis, to me, had really no intention of competing with Khamzat in a wrestling match. He was looking for a viral clip of being the person to submit Khamzat Chimaev. Could you imagine if he choked Khamzat out cold, how viral that clip would have been? That would have been even more viral than this. So let's take a look. I'll react and kind of give my thoughts on this whole situation. This is the ending. Dillon Danis kind of pushes off with his leg a little bit. Khamzat throws a kick.
It is mayhem in St. Louis.
And mayhem breaks loose.
We saw a kick from Danis. Chimaev
like this isn't necessary.
Kicked him back, and just like that, about 150 people on the RAF stage.
150 people. Khamzat's pissed.
I saw Danis kick Chimaev, and then Chimaev kicked him back.
Danis started it.
So yeah, so Dillon kind of like, so we're going to see it here. It's almost like he's trying to retain his guard by putting his foot on the hip almost, but you're kicking and kind of pushing off, right? It wasn't the hardest push off or anything like that, right? Obviously, and then Khamzat throws a kick.
Yeah, I guess he kicked him. I guess.
Check out this ref over here, man. Ref picking Khamzat up. So we'll see more of that in a second. But here's the full context, all right? So here's, because people are kind of running off that clip being like, man, Khamzat, because when you look at that, you see Dillon kind of cranking a sub a little bit, but it's Khamzat throwing a kick, and it's like, man, look what Khamzat did. But when you watch the full context, you can understand why Khamzat is very, very frustrated. Like I said, this is a wrestling match. This isn't a jiu-jitsu competition, right? And Dillon Danis is clearly like, I feel like he knew coming into this is very much just a payday for Dillon, right? Remember when he went in there with Logan Paul? He was trying to submit him, messing around, clowning around. That's what, now, to be fair, Dillon Danis is a really good jiu-jitsu player. For those that don't know, his jiu-jitsu is really, really, really high level. So I would have preferred to see these guys actually do a full-blown grappling roll with submissions involved. But this is under the RAF banner. This is a wrestling match, right? Khamzat thinks they're wrestling in here, and Dillon Danis is like, I can't compete with him in that realm. So let me look for a viral trolling-like moment and see if I could choke out Khamzat Chimaev, which is, to me, what he was trying to do. So here's the full clip, full context.
Choke him out! Grab his dick!
Dillon's putting up a little bit of a fight here early. Khamzat gets the arm. Way to turn the corner by Khamzat. See, he's got him. He's pinned. Now look at Dillon. Watch. He knows he's... So look, Dillon knows in this position right here, instead of trying to really better the position or whatever, look at what he's doing. This is now he's treating it like a jiu-jitsu roll. He's like, okay, man, you took me down with these. You know, Dillon, I think, knew he was going to get smashed in the wrestling department. So look what he's doing, right? Look what he's doing here. Got the head. Now watch how he starts to try to get the legs involved. Look. 100% trying to submit him, dude. In my opinion, 100%. And then the ref needs to get involved quicker, man. And Khamzat's like, hey, man. And everybody comes running in. I get having your guys back, but, man, he's jumping in, like, really? Look at the ref picking up Khamzat. Look at this ref. What's this ref? Look at the ref picking him up. He said, smash everybody, kill everybody. I mean, this is just all the extracurricular, man. I get it. You're looking out for your teammate, but at the end of the day, like everyone jumping in to get after Dillon Danis, like this is what Dillon does, dude. Dillon is literally like a professional troll and rage baiter. Now, to be fair, Dillon is a very, very good jiu-jitsu player. Like he's got high-level submission skills, but remember when he went in there to box Logan Paul? It's like he had no intention of actually boxing. He was just clowning around and then trying to submit him and pulling guard, doing all that stuff. For them to go like, oh, man, to have any bit of surprise that something like this would happen between Khamzat and Dillon is just foolish. You know what I mean? Like, knowing that Dillon Danis, you think he's just going to go in here and try to compete with Khamzat fair and square with wrestling the whole time? It's almost like that'd be surprising if that happened. That no shenanigans would break out between these guys. Dillon's always kind of causing static. Khamzat's a guy that's a little bit on edge, right? Kind of a clash of personalities. It seemed respectful in the build-up and doing these press conferences. Like, the end of the day, to me, the RAF approach, I like RAF. I like what they're doing. It's giving wrestlers a place to go. And, you got these UFC guys coming over, and Armin's really been putting in some work over there, and, Colby and all that kind of stuff. I think it's cool. And then this stuff right here, I mean, is it a great look for the wrestling world? Not particularly, but for RAF, the promotion, it's publicity, right? Good or bad publicity, getting a ton of views and clicks online. So this was posted by MMA Fighting, Mike Heck Jr. with the footage here. So let's just finish this out and then we'll wrap it up. I mean, just this isn't necessary, man, all the extracurriculars. Not necessary at all. So, anytime Dillon Danis is involved, man, you're going to get some shenanigans. Usually you're going to get some shenanigans every time you get a Dillon Danis, whatever he's doing, whether he's boxing, wrestling, MMA, whatever it is. Dillon Danis is a guy that's always going to know how to create some issues. So at the end of the day, Khamzat kicking him like, no, you shouldn't be doing it. A bunch of guys shouldn't be running in, jumping in, and playing that whole game. Like, come on, man. Like, that's not needed. At the end of the day, Khamzat can handle himself. But the thing is, again, back to the Armin Sarukian and Giorgio whenever they had that deal. Giorgio playing it kind of dirty, man, slapping him around, kind of trying to piss Armin off, edging him. What did Dillon Danis do here, man? Khamzat was there to wrestle. What did Khamzat do wrong? Was he trying to submit Dillon? No. Was he trying to throw punches and kicks on Dillon throughout the wrestling match? No. He wrestled, got Dillon down, pinned him, and then Dillon Danis was trying to jump guillotine. So, to me, Dillon's the one that basically crossed the line. Khamzat throws the kick. That's where it kind of should have ended, and then everyone jumps in, and that's where it's like things get out of hand. But how about the ref, man, picking Khamzat up, and the ref was the real MVP here, man. Smash everybody, said the ref. So, but if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know what you think down below. Hey, man, it's publicity for RAF at the end of the day, but putting Khamzat Chimaev and Dillon Danis in there, two big personalities, a guy in Khamzat that's not going to play around, a guy in Dillon who's just going to kind of poke the bear, it kind of felt like something was inevitable to eventually happen.